This is Teacher Smail. Welcome back to my channel. Sana po tayong lahat ay nasa mabuting kalagayan at in good health ngayong araw na ito. So ngayong umaga po tayo ay magluluto na naman ng isang recipe. Ito po ay tinatawag na sponge cake. Alam niyo na ba kung paano ito lulutuin? Kung hindi niyo pa alam kung paano lulutuin ang sponge cake, stay put at kayo ay tuturuan ko kung paano ito gawin. Kaya wag po kayong umalis, tapusin niyo ang video ito hanggang sa dulo upang kayo po ay matututo. Marami kayong matutunan sa video ito. Promise. Okay. But before that, inaanyayahan ko po kayo sa pag-like, comment, share at sa pag-subscribe sa ating channel upang tuloy-tuloy po ang ating pagtuturo sa inyong lahat. These are the ingredients for sponge cake. The utensils that I am showing to you are basic, so every household must have this in order to have fun and have an enjoyable baking at home. This is the KitchenAid, which we are going to use in beating the egg whites. This will make the work easy and fast. If you do not have a KitchenAid like this, you can use the electric mixer or the hand mixer or even the wire whisk. Using a wire whisk is really tiresome, but it doesn't matter if you're really interested in baking. So those are the basic utensils that we need in baking, and an oven is also needed in baking the sponge cake. You may use the gas-operated or the electric oven, but if you do not have this oven, you may also use the improvised oven. So you can check on YouTube on how to make an improvised oven and make it. So we are now ready in preparing the sponge cake. We will sift the flour first in order to remove the foreign particles and to incorporate the air in the flour, because air helps in the rising of the cake. Another reason why we sift the flour is to get the exact measurement that we need in making cake. There is 1 tablespoon difference for unsifted flour, and this will affect the quality of the sponge cake. The cake will become heavy if we use the unsifted flour. After sifting the flour, we measure and then set aside it, and then we will prepare the baking pan that we will be using for our sponge cake. We will put a little flour around the tube pan so that the mixture will not be wasted during baking. Okay, so let's measure the iodized salt or the table salt, and we only need 1/8 teaspoon of the table salt for our cake. Anyway, I am not endorsing anything here. After measuring the table salt, we are going to mix it to the 1 cup flour. Be sure that it is mixed thoroughly. After mixing it thoroughly to the flour, set aside. We also need to measure the sugar. The sugar must not be sifted unless it is called for in the recipe. In baking, we always use the table sugar unless the recipe calls for another kind of sugar like lump sugar, brown sugar, or confectioner sugar. Anyway, I am showing you this process for the benefits of those who has no idea on baking. So let us now start beating the egg whites, and I use the 1 teaspoon lemon juice in place of the cream of tartar because I don't have it. So for your information, The cream of tartar can be substituted with 1 teaspoon lemon juice. It adds flavor to the cake and it is healthy. I am trying to show you the lemon juice. In my previous video, I was making a leche flan. So if you were following me, I was separating the egg whites from the egg yolk because I was only using the egg yolk for the leche flan. So the egg whites, I kept it in the refrigerator and then I use it today for the sponge cake. I always use any leftover in the kitchen because it's really hard to find money nowadays, especially that we are in pandemic. We have to value what we have in the kitchen. Reuse them, recycle them if possible. I am talking too much here, but I hope you are watching what I am doing in the preparation of the cake. Here you can see how easy it is to have this KitchenAid in your home. Okay, so I am not really endorsing here, but I am telling you the truth that it makes the work easy and faster. I really like this power tool, you know. It takes only a few minutes to finish the work. After adding the sugar, we will add next the vanilla powder. In my case, I use the vanilla powder because I do not have the vanilla extract. But if you have the vanilla extract at home, you can use it. And then after adding the vanilla extract or the vanilla powder, it's time for us to add the flour and salt mixture. Remember not to overbeat the mixture or else you will have the unsuccessful sponge cake. Sponge cake is different from chiffon cake, guys, because in making the sponge cake, we only use the egg whites. Sometimes sponge cake is also called the white cake. You know why? Because we only use the egg whites. We do not include the egg yolk. The taste will be different from the chiffon cake. From the name itself will tell us that the texture of the sponge cake is like of a sponge. Now we are done making or mixing the ingredients for our sponge cake, and we are ready to pour it in the tube pan that we prepared a while ago. Be sure to pour or to scrape all the mixture in the mixing bowl. We have to value every bit of these ingredients. After pouring the mixture to the tube pan, it is ready for baking. So we bake the cake for 1 hour at 205 degrees Celsius. Remember, do not open the oven when it is still on the stage of rising. After an hour, test the cake by inserting a toothpick at the middle of the cake. When the toothpick comes out clean, that means the cake is already cooked. Now the cake is cooked and you can see the difference. You can see the color of the cake is lighter than that of the chiffon cake because we only use the egg whites, and then there is air holes in the cake because of the air that was incorporated during the beating of the egg whites and during sifting of the flour. That's normal. And remember, we did not use any baking powder or baking soda. See how easy it is to bake sponge cake. So I hope you learned something out of the video today and you will apply this in your respective home. So if ever you have any questions regarding the sponge cake, the baking of sponge cake, you can always comment down below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you and more power. God bless you all.